to confidence. Today's topic is all about business planning. And as you guys have probably seen from a variety of emails that have gone out over the last couple days, we are running a 4-week challenge that is all based around business planning for you guys. It is a challenge where it's kind of this idea of gamification. I'm not sure if you guys have heard about it, but it's essentially a competition, a friendly competition amongst you and your peers that incorporates the use of a leaderboard, meaning you can track where you are in real time and your peers and where they are in real time. This also works for our leasing division, and I see some leasing division folks on here as well. So whether you're in the sales division or the leasing division, this is for you guys. But essentially, everything in these next 4 weeks, Curtis and I have worked very closely with the marketing department. I see Aaliyah Scott on here, so we're going to talk about some things that's incorporating with them. We've worked very closely with the education department, so Joyworthy Johnson and David Hacker, all focused on making sure that you guys are making the most out of these last 4 business weeks of 2020. I don't know if you guys can believe it, but as you might have seen from Ayub's inspiration from our City Central Friday Roundup, we have less than 4 business weeks left of this year. And if you're like me, you're probably thinking, thank goodness we can leave 2020 behind us, although the sins of 2020 are going to bleed into 2021, as we all know, but this year is almost over. We want to make the most out of it for you guys, so that's why we've introduced this challenge to really help you guys get your 2021 business plan. So the first part of today's session, I'm going to go through and explain what this challenge is and the different areas for you guys to plug into, to get points, but also to just realize what you can do to start building that business plan. And then I'm going to actually take you into the platform itself so you can see how to log what you've done, how to get points, and all the different things that we have going on from here. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And Curtis, if you could unmute and let me know when you can see it. I haven't done it yet, so don't get that excited. Okay. Can you see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Can you still see it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I cannot see the chat anymore, so you'll have to let me know if anyone pops in.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself again, but I'll chime back in if I see something.
Awesome, thank you guys. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or anything, put them in the chat or raise your hand, and Curtis is going to keep an eye on that. But so as we talked about, this one's all going to be about business planning, and I want to talk about this final countdown challenge. Again, it's that 4-week competition specifically designed to help you boost your productivity now, so that when 2021 happens, you're launching your business the right way. There's a lot of newer agents on this call, but there's also a lot of experienced agents. This is the time to really learn the tools and the system. So that way, and the systems, pardon me. So that way, when the spring market starts, you're not scrambling to try to figure out InTouch. You're not scrambling to figure out, how do I do a Moxie CMA presentation for this listing appointment, right? These things, that'll be muscle memory for you guys, and you're just going to be able to then be the rainmaker for your own businesses in the springtime, rather than feeling like I'm just treading water trying to learn all these things then. The 4 weeks are broken down into areas that we feel, in conjunction with the marketing and education department, are going to be hyper-focused with a little bit of fun to help make sure that your business plans are set and ready. The first one is going to be all about business management. Then we have digital health, holiday cards. That's the really fun week that we're very excited about. And then the business planning. So that's going to be kind of the meat of everything. But to kind of break down what to expect, we're in week 1 right now, day 2. But this one's all about business management. So here are some tasks that are suggested for you guys to do that attribute to points. Really recommend you guys do. And I know I see some experienced agents on here, rental division agents, new to the business agents. All of you guys should know by now that we are nothing without our database. Your database is your lifeblood in this industry. It is what is going to continually, year over year, give you business. So for every contact you add into InTouch, you get a point. So if you have 50 business cards around your house and you add 50 of those business cards into InTouch, that's 50 points. I don't really care how you do it, but get those contacts into InTouch because your database is what's going to ensure that 2021 and beyond business. Prospect Square is the other place that we really want to make sure you guys are putting people into, because InTouch, that's where you're e-blasting out your newsletter. That's where you're e-blasting out all of the different holiday e-blasts, or what is my property value worth. That's where you're doing the drip campaigns. But Prospect Square is where Clients for Life comes out of. And you get a bonus points if you add 50 or more contacts to your Prospect Square. So everybody you put into InTouch, you should also be putting into Prospect Square. So this week, really focus on that. I really have been emphasizing with agents to time block this because I get it. It's monotonous. It's super annoying. It's really boring. But I see Leah on this call, and if any of you guys need the template, the Excel template, in order to mass upload into InTouch, she can certainly help you guys get that. It's actually very easy to find in InTouch, but she can help be a resource to figure that out. But this is so important for you guys going into 2021. I don't want to see anybody who has nobody in InTouch, because that's how you're going to track your calls, how you're going to track your communications and your prospecting. We also have a really fun task in this week, which is ordering semi-custom logo from Design Concierge. So as you guys know, Design Concierge is one of the really cool and unique tools, unique to Coldwell Banker, in that we give our agents, in order to set your value and brand proposition, to differentiate yourself from your colleagues. So that's to be able to create that semi-custom logo, to be able to have that semi-custom business card, to be able to have headers and footers on your social media pages, a professional bio, all of that stuff in there. So if you order a semi-custom logo from Design Concierge, you also get a bonus on that. And then, because holiday cards are week 3, this is the week you should order your holiday cards. So I really encourage you guys to do that this week, so they're here in time for the really fun thing we have planned that I'll get to in a minute. But I don't know if you guys knew this, and I didn't know it till I was at Coldwell Banker, and I was probably here for a good 6 or 8 months before I even knew about it, but we actually have our own charitable foundation at Coldwell Banker. We just renamed it to the CB Cares Foundation, and every year they come out with several holiday cards that are available for you in Express Docs to order. What's really cool about these cards is it says on the card that a portion of the proceeds are donated to our charitable organization. So your clients know that you're supporting a charitable organization as you bought those cards. So it's a really nice touch, and the designs this year are really, really beautiful. So when you're in Express Docs, if you just in the search bar type holiday, or holiday cards, pardon me, these will pop up. So you do get a bonus if you order those cards. Week 2 is digital health. As you guys know, I am extremely passionate about social media and digital health and digital businesses, because 100% of consumers are looking online. So we didn't want to leave this behind. As you guys are going into the new year and working your business plan, social media needs to be a part of that strategy, needs to be a part of that business plan, but so does your overall online presence. So these are some tasks that are going to be launched in week 2 and opened up in week 2. Updating your website, adding a headshot, adding a bio, customizing your website, looking into SEO, search engine optimization, looking into adding tags for your website so you can pull higher in Google searches. All of these things are designed to help you be found. And at the end of the day, that's our job as realtors, is to be found, to make sure that we can get those leads, to make sure that referrals can Google us and find us. Social media, and you get points for doing all of this, you guys. Social media, updating your business, your Facebook business profile, and updating that Instagram IG business profile with headshots, bios, keeping in mind that Facebook and Instagram have different allotments of letters that you can use in your bios. So making sure you write your bio on your website in such a way that you can pull out 2 or 3 sentences to fit the word count on Facebook and Instagram. making sure that your brand looks so similar. And a couple great ideas. I actually saw Hugo on this call. Check out Hugo's Facebook and Instagram. And Hugo, if you're still on, could you drop your handles or links to your Instagram and Facebook in the chat? Because if you're looking for a good idea on how to kind of make sure that your social media business pages are branded and consistent, Hugo's a really great example. Shelly Kapoor is also a really good example. Curtis's is great as well, to just get an idea of how do I make sure that my accounts, my websites, my social media pages, everything speaks the same language and all looks the same when someone looks at it. And then Sales Pro, and this is where the lovely Leah Scott comes in and all of our other field marketing strategists. You actually will get points to attend any class about InTouch and any class about CBX buyer profile. These are two hugely powerful tools that we really want you guys to realize that investing a little bit of your time to master these tools is going to reap you big rewards, especially in your 2021 business. So when we talk about, I was actually just talking, Curtis and I were talking with an agent today who has a couple stale listings. A lot of agents out there have a couple stale listings, right? Because the market is just a little topsy-turvy, especially in the city. We're seeing some dried out areas, longer market times, especially in high rises. And we were asked the question, like, what do I do to differentiate myself? I've done listing concierge, I'm running ads, I'm just not getting foot traffic. How can I talk to my seller about the different things I'm doing more than just coming up with excuses about the marketplace? Knowing that you have a tool like CBX Buyer Profile in your back pocket is so powerful, because a lot of companies don't have this type of proprietary information. Knowing that how you can use this, I can type in an address and through creepy aggregated technology, it's going to tell me where the buyer for that property is most likely to come from. So instead of me just throwing advertising dollars on Facebook and Instagram, I'm instead coming up with very targeted marketing campaigns for mailers, for social media, for HomeSpot or Boost, whatever it is, but I'm specifically targeting the areas with potential buyers for this specific property. That is so powerful. And we've got a lot of antsy sellers out there. That's a nugget of information that they're not going to get from other competitors. So that's something that we really want you guys to become experts in. Holiday cards. So week 3, we know the holidays look different this year for all of us on a personal and professional level. If this was normal times, you guys know that we would be having crazy parties at a corporate level for the whole company. We'd be having them in the offices. I would be taking you guys out for drinks left and right. Unfortunately, 2020 has just really thrown us all for a loop, but we still wanted to do something that's really fun and meaningful, but doesn't tie up a lot of your guys' time, because I've been a lot of Zoom fatigue, a lot of team fatigue, just a lot of virtual fatigue from everybody, but we still want that camaraderie feeling. So a couple of the things that we wanted to do in week 3 of this was a holiday card address-a-thon. So one of the things we're going to do is a virtual party, and the link is going to be sent soon. It's a virtual holiday party where we're all going to hand address our holiday cards together in our own individual homes. But Curtis and I are working on putting together a really fun virtual event for you guys where we're going to have guests. We're going to have live music, believe it or not, from not myself, but like actual professional musicians and really great people at what they do. And it's going to be a really great opportunity for you guys to do something that would normally be kind of mundane and annoying. And frankly, my mom used to work for the Red Cross, and she used to pay me $2 an hour to hand address all of the Red Cross things that she had to send out when I was a kid. So all of these things that we don't like to do, but we get to do it virtually together in week 3. And for every 10 holiday cards signed and sealed, you guys are going to get a point. So this is going to be a really fun way for us to kind of be connected on this and still have a good time. So instead of just watching TV in the background while addressing cards, you can watch us have a great time. And in the background, we're also working on some fun cocktails and mocktails with recipes for you guys so that you can make them on the side, so we can all still feel like we're having a good time together, but separately, so that we can be mindful of safety. And then week 4 shouldn't say holiday cards. It should say business planning. I apologize. I was doing this at like 11 o'clock last night, so my bad. But week 4 is kind of coming to an end of the challenge, but a culmination of everything. So you'll have gone through and audited your online presence. You'll have gone through and updated your social media profiles, your websites. You'll have gone through and maintained your CRMs to make sure that your database is up to date. You'll have taken a look at InTouch and CBX buyer profile, made sure that you're experts in those. And now it's becoming, how am I going to now take everything I've learned and the basics and the systems I've set in place for myself? And now I'm going to plan for my year ahead. So we've got the business planning classes that the education department is putting on. So you get points for registering for them, and then you get points for attending those. And on the next slide, I have the next 3 upcoming dates for those coming up. Then we want you to draft your business plan. You guys are independent contractors, and it's so important for you guys to draft your business plan. The reason why we're really encouraging you guys to attend those business planning classes, part of that class attendance is you actually get a very robust planning document that is an Excel workbook. So you type in some numbers and it kind of aggregates out to you kind of a template of what your plan, an outline of your plan, if you will. Then what you need to do is kind of say, okay, an example, if I typed into that, I want to make $100,000 in 2021. This is telling me at this commission rate representing buyers, so 2.5%, this is how many calls I need to make per day. This is how many appointments I need to have per week. So then the business plan becomes, how am I going to make that happen for myself? I know I just put 100 people into InTouch. If I call 5 people a day, how quickly am I going to cycle through that 100 people? How many handwritten notes do I want to commit myself to a week? How many open houses am I going to challenge myself to do per month? What is my marketing strategy going to look like in terms of farming, right? So in terms of monthly geographic mailers, what's it going to look like in terms of e-blasts to my sphere? I have emails for, because email marketing is free. What is my social media marketing going to look like? Have I created an idea of what I want my brand to look like on social media? Do I have a thought process behind how, when, and why I'm posting? Just draft it. That's all we're asking. Because at the end of the day, the next part is to schedule and meet with your management team. So Curtis, myself, and Nakia, but primarily Curtis and myself are going to handle these. To set that plan more in stone and work with us in a very high level coaching session to make sure that we can help get that plan set and then be your accountability partners in that plan for all of 2021. It is your business. You are independent contractors. We want you to feel empowered to set this yourself, but you also have us as resources, Curtis, Nakia, and myself, to make sure that we're there to help guide you and make sure that we're there to help supplement. So if you go through InTouch and CBX and you feel really confident in that, but we're sitting in our coaching session and you still don't feel like you understand how to customize Moxie as well, that's where we come in to know we need to hook you up with Leah to have some one-on-one appointments, be able to get that custom Moxie presentation. Or if you say, Rachel, I really need help being committed to this time blocking of 1 hour of prospecting per day, 1 hour of education per day. So I need you to text me at 8 a.m. every day and yell at me in that text message to make those calls. I'm going to do that for you. Curtis is going to do that for you. You know, or maybe it's that we decide it's a bi-weekly check-in for 30 minutes via Teams to just make sure you're staying on your schedule. However that looks, we're going to be setting that up with you guys. But you need to come to that meeting with us having a drafted business plan and having gone through that business planning course to make the most of that high level coaching. We really want to make this very high level, very usable, so that none of you is ending December going, well, I don't really know what I'm doing for my business next year. Our goal is that you guys meet and exceed your goals within 6 to 8 months of 2021. Like, that's my personal goal for you guys, because I believe in the potential of each and every one of you. I know that's possible if you're leveraging Coldwell Banker's value proposition, You're leveraging your value proposition. That is the secret sauce to achieving your potential in this business. And that's what that coaching session is going to be about. So on the next slide, this is one, again, I'm going to send this video out, but I really encourage you guys, if you're taking notes right now, or take a picture of this, because these are the next 3 courses. And I didn't see David or John here. And if you guys are, please unmute yourself. But I believe these are the last 3 of the year for the business planning classes. The business planning classes, anything you do in these 4 weeks, by the way, you don't have to wait for that week to do it. You can do it at any point, just log it during the time, and I'll kind of show you guys how to do it. But November 25th, 9 to 11 a.m., December 3rd, 1 to 3 p.m., and December 14th, 9 to 11 a.m. are the next 3 business planning classes. These, again, win you points and they help you build your business. I'm going to try to be in the 14th class, so I really look forward to seeing some friendly. Even if you're an experienced agent, I highly, highly recommend you guys being. This is not built for 101. This is built for professionals at every level in their career. And actually, Curtis, if you wouldn't mind unmuting and kind of giving your take on this, because I think you've sat through this class before.
I have. I did it last year. It is something my CPA was very grateful for. I did David Hacker's Halloween. He did a 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock class for Halloween. Once again, it's probably one of the most important classes that you will take during the entire year. It sets you up for success in what's going on in the future. You know, if you're saying you're planning 100 days out, so right now we're planning on what we're going to be closing on in February and March. I mean, it's huge. And there is an Excel spreadsheet, like Rachel was saying, that it will break down your business. You don't have to know Excel to take the class. You don't need to know Excel to actually fill out the sheet. It's massively important. I mean, it'll break it down to, if you want to do 5 phone calls a day, it will tell you that each one of your phone calls is worth $41 a phone call. I mean, it's that precise.
Yeah, it's truly, so again, like, it's not just for new agents. Like Curtis went through it. Even though I don't sell anymore, I'll be going through it just so I can help better coach you guys. But there's a reason why we want you guys to go through these classes first before you meet with Curtis and I. By the time you guys meet with us, you should have that draft of your business plan. You should have an idea of where you want to take it, so that we can be very intentional in these meetings and make sure that we then are the resources and the accountability partners with you and can be that higher level. Because again, it is your business, and all of you run very unique, very different businesses, because you are all unique and very different individuals. And so in order for us to ensure that we're leading and managing, being the best managing brokers we can be for you, that's one of the big key things. So really encourage you guys to pop in this one. So now I'm done with that presentation, and I don't know if there's any questions in the chat. I might see that. Hi, Walanda. Haven't seen you in a minute.
I've got a question. A friend would like to know, can you work the 4 weeks out of sequence and still get credit for it?
Yes. So you can work the 4 weeks out of sequence. And I'm going to show you guys right now. I'm going to go into the program live. But if you guys work them out of sequence, this is the honor system. So if you guys work them out of sequence, you're going to want to kind of keep track of it on your own. So that way you guys can kind of log those points. So thank you, Hugo, so much for dropping your Facebook and your Instagram in here. You guys, I would definitely connect with Hugo, especially with the social media stuff. So, and we're going to beg Hugo to teach us some things about landing pages soon. So he'll be a good person to follow. So I'm going to now go into my CB desk to kind of show you guys something. And Curtis, you can still see, you can see my desk now, right?
Yes. Yep.
Awesome. Okay, you guys, so this is how you're going to access the challenge and go through it. And Leah, are you still on the call?
Yes.
Awesome. So I'm so glad you could be on the call too. So just so you guys know, Leah Curtis and myself will be your sort of resources. First, me, only because I helped build this. Well, I shouldn't say I helped build this. I helped the people building it with things. So first come to me, then Curtis, then Leah, but they're all on this call, so they'll be able to help you guys. But right away, the tile you're going to be looking for is called CBU Learning Center. So I've highlighted mine blue for you guys right here. If you don't see it, you're going to go to Add App, and it should be somewhere in your Add Apps. Okay. But what you're going to do is you're going to click CBU Learning Center. Mine's going to take a second to load because, of course, I'm presenting. And what you're going to see is actually a whole lot of information. And one of the things I'd like to just off topic mention about CBU Learning Center is this is filled with tons of content information. So when you guys are just a little bit bored and poking around, you'll see that there's some self-paced learning, like 13 courses. Highly recommend you guys kind of take a peek and poke around in here. But for now, I'm going to show you guys how to find our course. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see how there's a bunch of options over here. You're going to go to Learning Library, which is the third one down. I'm going to click Learning Library. And I'm going to be sending you guys all a cheat sheet on that. You'll see ours is the first one, the Final Countdown Challenge, right here. So it's got a nice clock and all that. And you're going to click Learn More. And that's where you guys can register. And you're going to see all the information here. So it's take your business to the next level. This is exactly the PDF that I had sent out. So all the same information. And you're able to then register here. Now, you can then, I already registered myself. If you didn't, you would see register here. And then I have the power to register. So if you guys are having problems, let me know and I can register for you. But what you'll do is you'll register. Once you're registered, then you can kind of go in. Curtis is the only other person registered right now, but you can kind of go in and you'll be able to see my activity. And these are all the different things you can make points for. So a couple things that I didn't mention in there, but you'll always be able to get points for, because obviously we always want to encourage you guys to use the tools and run your businesses. So any silver, gold, or listing, any silver, gold, or platinum listing concierge package, if you use one of them, you can log points for that. So you're just going to click this pencil here. You're going to put the date that you used it. You're going to put how many you ordered and how many you did, and you're going to click save. And boom, I've added an activity. Let's say you messed up and you're like, oh crap, I clicked that, but I didn't actually mean to do that.
Could you do that again?
Sure. So let's say I ordered a gold package. I can go into gold. I can go ahead and click the day I ordered it, which is today, but you see how I can also backdate it. So for all of those guys, for all of you out there like, oh, what if I do something today, but it's not technically till week 3? No worries, you can backdate it. So I ordered a gold package yesterday. I ordered 1 gold package yesterday. Now I'm going to save that, and I've successfully saved my activity. So now it's going to start upping my points. So as you can see, it's already logged my silver listing concierge package here. And if you go down, I also get points if I use Moxie on a listing presentation. I also get points if I request a testimonial. I get points if I make a prospecting calls, if I write a personal note, if I refer one of our GRA lenders, if I refer Burnett Title, if I pitch Real Vitalize at a listing appointment. This is where I add contacts to a CRM. So for those of you guys who might be doing a data dump, perhaps today I'm actually downloading I'm uploading 150 people into my CRM. I could type in 150 people and add that to my CRM and saying I'm going to get points for that. I added 20 people to Clients for Life. It's going to auto add up for you guys, just so you know. So what I mean by that is, let's say right now I log a prospecting call, okay? Because I called Curtis, he's my past client. I'm calling asking for referrals. So I logged that call. And then let's say 3 hours from now, I call Leah. and I'm like, hey, Leah, it's your favorite realtor, Rachel. I hope everything's going well. I'd love if you could refer me somebody, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to go log it again. I don't log 2, right? I log 1 because I've already logged 1. Okay. So it auto adds for me. All right. Because I'm going to do it in real time. So these are all the things that are open right now. So if you do something that's in the next couple weeks, like the business planning, right now I can't attribute points to business planning yet because it's not released, but just make a note somewhere and you can do it. And actually, I'll do you one better and let you know that I'll actually have those notes. I'm going to send you guys all a worksheet that you can keep track of these things, whether or not it's released. Then this is the fun part. You can go to the leaderboard and you can see in real time where your points are. So I can see I have 4 total points because I ordered a silver listing concierge, I ordered a gold listing concierge, I did 1 prospecting call, and so on and so forth. And I can see that I'm beating Curtis by 4 points because he hasn't logged anything yet. So as you guys register yourselves, you can go ahead and start seeing in real time where everybody else is. So if I really want to beat Curtis, all I have to do is watch and see where Curtis is all the time, and then I can easily beat him and make sure that I stay ahead of him the whole time. I'm going to do this one more time for you guys. Go back into it just to kind of show you. So you're going to start in My CB Desk. Okay. You're going to find CBU Learning Center, which is this tile right here. I'm highlighting it in blue.
Miss Rachel, we're not, oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we are. Okay, continue.
Okay. I'm going to find CBU Learning Center, click it. It's going to open to a home page for me. On the left-hand side over here, where there's all these options, I'm going to make sure that I click Learning Library, because that's where all the courses are going to be, right? That's where all of the different things that I could register for are. And I see the final countdown challenge is here. It should be all of your first ones. If it's not, scroll down, but it should be the first one for all of you guys. You're going to click Learn More. And then this is where you're going to register. You're going to click Register here. This drop down here on the right-hand side that says Manage. And I'm actually going to register one of you guys right now just because I'm like live here. So let me try registering Hugo. It might take a second for you to pop up, or actually I think I have to type your last name. A-R-A, yep, there you go. So I'm going to register Hugo. So now Hugo's registered. So if I go into the final countdown challenge and I go to the leaderboard, Hugo's now on here as well. So now Hugo, you don't actually have to register yourself. You're registered now. You're welcome. So now you could just skip the registering part. You're just gonna be able to see my activity and you could log these things in for yourself now. But in my activity, that's where you can see all this information and you'll see it's still adding it up for me, right? So it's still here. Now let's say I made a mistake. Okay, I ordered a silver listing package, but I didn't mean to. Like that was a mistake. I really didn't mean to do that. What you can just do is click the same day and then just toggle it down. So remember it was at 1 and now I'm just toggling it down to 0 and it's going to adjust it to be back to 0. So I made the mistake. I gave myself too many points. I want to be the honor system. I have terrible Catholic guilt. I don't want to be caught with that. So I'm honor sistering me down. And now my points will adjust. It might take a quick second, but my points will adjust in just a few minutes. I think I heard a chat. Let me see. Oh, you go. Yay, you're registered. Let me see. I could probably just register quite a bit of you guys, actually. Let's see. Olenka, let's see if I can register you. SHR, right, Olenka?
Yeah.
SHRO. Sometimes it takes a second. It's much harder to register someone else. SHR, or is it SH? SHK, that's why I messed up. See, now it's going to have like performance anxiety because it knows all these people are watching me. But I'll work on getting it registered. But I encourage you guys all to kind of go in and register yourselves today. Start logging some of that activity. And if you have any problems registering yourself, let me know and I will manually do it for you. But I encourage you guys all to do it. What's nice too is if you guys remember, CB Desk works on your phone. So you can actually log these things from your phone really easily as well. And we will be doing prizes weekly as well as a grand prize winner for total points. So there'll be a weekly points winner, a whole challenge points winner. And then even if you participate one time and log 1 point, you will be entered to win a raffle for participation. So we've got a lot of fun stuff going on with it. We encourage you guys to get in there. Again, it's really just all about making sure that you guys know the tools and feel prepared to go into the next year and are ready to rock and roll on that. As far as setting up those appointments with Curtis and I, he and I are putting our heads together this week to make ourselves sort of available for an office hours style of business planning for you guys. So you can just book with us really quickly for 45-minute sessions in the offices. We're clearing our schedules to make it so that's all it's about for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks, basically however long it takes. Most of these will probably be virtual. If you feel comfortable doing in person, that's fine too. But obviously, we're under an advisory in Chicago right now. Our offices are still open. I'm here right now. If we do meet in person, we do have to wear masks the whole time, as you are all well familiar with. But just so you know, virtual might be easiest, especially if you guys are wanting to stay home or just not have to travel. So do you guys have any questions? I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now so I can see you better. Does anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Yeah, I'm not able to find the tile. Is there a trick to, I've gone into add apps, but it doesn't pop up. Do I need to download them in some way or?
Leah, do you think IT is probably the best, or is that something marketing can help with?
What was that question? I'm sorry.
Dave can't find that. Oh, it looks like a few people aren't able to locate that tile on their desk, which is odd because I've always had that tile on mine.
Well, some agents, I don't know. Let me see if I have it available. I know some tiles agents do not have access to.
But everybody in this one should.
So let me look at my desk. And it's not in the add app section?
No, looks like no.
Yeah, so the first call would be to the help desk.
Let me actually see real quick. I'm going to email. Oh, looks like a lot of people don't.
And I don't think that I do either.
Well, that makes me feel better, actually.
It's CB University, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have it either. Let me search again.
That's strange. Catherine here in the office doesn't have it either.
No worries, guys. I'm getting to the bottom of this right now.
Oh, CBU Learning Center. Okay. Yeah, so I have it.
Yes, the fly in the ointment. I'm emailing the people that set this up for us. So we'll be able to get this very quickly for you guys. No worries. I promise. If that's the last thing I do today, this will be done. But everybody feel better that it's not just one person. So maybe I'll do a special thing and everyone on this call just gets a point for being on this call and having to deal with that. Yes. What is the best way to send mail to your past clients for Thanksgiving and Christmas? Yes. Express Docs is the best way to order, Olenka, order the tangible, like I'm going to physically hand address and mail out something, like the letters and the cards. And we do have Thanksgiving options in there. And then we also have the Christmas or holiday, I should say, options in there as well. Yeah, you can unmute, Olenka. Go ahead.
Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry, almost the same question, but I have to provide them with the addresses, correct?
You can, if you want Express Docs to mail them out for you, then yes, you have to upload the addresses, or you can have the cards mailed to your home address or the office and then hand address or label them yourselves.
Okay, I got it. They will send me the cards with the envelopes, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then I have to do it by myself and send it by myself, correct?
Correct. Or they can do it for you. I think it's a little bit more expensive if they do it for you because they're paying for postage, right? So the postage is baked into it. But if you do it yourself, then you can do our address-a-thon with us in week 3, which is going to be very fun. I promise you. Poor Curtis doesn't know what I have in store for him, you guys. It's going to be great. He might have to come dress as Santa Claus. I mean, he's halfway there already.
May I ask one more question? Is it possible to do handwriting on one card and to ask somebody in the office to print the same content on the rest of the cards?
We can help print the content on the inside. Yes, they just won't, they're not going to hand address things for you at the office, but we can help you run it through the printer.
Yeah, thank you so much. Just to copy the content from the first handwritten card. It's possible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. All right. So I know a lot of, it seems like none of you have it. So Curtis, if you could write a quick list of everyone on this call. I'm going to give everybody a point. I might be feeling generous with how long it takes me to get CBU on air. So a point might become 5, you guys. Who knows? But you'll get a point for participating in today's Coaching to Confidence call and for having to deal with CBU not being on your tile yet. But I did email the people that created this challenge for us. They're very quick to respond, so they will help. And then I'll work with Leah and our IT team to make sure that that is up there for you guys. But in the meantime, don't let that slow you down. Register for those InTouch classes, those CBX classes, business planning classes, because again, I'm going to send you guys an email as well with like a worksheet that you can kind of keep tallies on. Or again, you guys are keeping track yourself. I trust you all. So just kind of keep a running tally as well. Like, oh, I know I called 5 people. That's what InTouch is great for, because InTouch lets you leave notes and you can exactly tell this is how many people I called today, or this is how many people I called. And then you can just retroactively go in and add those points in there for you.
Can I show you guys
please.
my little investment?
Yeah. It's show and tell. Is that a card, Olenka?
Yeah, I keep them for a few years. I never I never did it. I keep them as an investment together with the it's like from the past.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys so much. Does anybody else have any? I don't see any other questions in the chat. But the other thing is, you do not need to wait till week 4 to meet with Curtis and I. We are going to, as you guys know, we're having a mega office meeting tomorrow. So we're going to talk about how to schedule those appointments with us. We are going to be setting time aside for, I was going to say late November, but basically Thanksgiving is Thanksgiving next week, you guys? Oh my God. I think it is. I'm not seeing anyone nod, so yeah. I might be wrong, but I think it is next. Okay, thank you. Thanksgiving is next week. So we are going to be setting time aside the beginning of December all the way up to Christmas to make sure that our meetings with you guys are a high priority for those business planning, for those coaching. On top of course, everything else like deal questions, triage, things like that. But this is a really high priority for us. So you guys are never bothering us when you reach out to have those meetings with us. Again, we might just have a lot of them virtual. So don't feel bad if it ends up being virtual. Curtis, go ahead.
I was just going to say, keep it as simple as possible. The idea is to touch our clients. So This is, I don't know if you can see, this is my regular note card that I send to people. This is my Christmas card. It's literally the exact same card. I just sent it to Express Docs and I had them put snowflakes around the outside. Bing, bam, boom, it's done. The inside is blank. There's nothing on it. It's just got my contact information on the back. Like I say, one is a Christmas card, one is a business card that I just send out to notes throughout the whole year. I order a bunch of them. I had extras from last year. It's just keep it simple. That's all the gossip I got.
Okay, awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to work on an update for you guys on the CBU, but in the meantime, keep going with your points, keep tally of them, and I promise you we'll get this up and running for you guys as soon as possible. Reach out to us with any questions, and I hope to virtually see you guys all tomorrow for the mega meeting. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Stay safe.
What time, Rachel? Would you remind us?
Yes, that meeting is, I should know because I'm leading it. That meeting's at 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Hey, do a plug for next week.
Oh, right. Next week is book club, you guys. So next week, the Coaching to Confidence is Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Whether or not you read the book, no worries. Still recommend you guys come to it because, again, it's all about the little things that you do daily, weekly, monthly can add up to your big goals. This is a perfect book to read right now as you're setting your business plan, which is why we planned it for November. So take a peek at that book or Cliff Notes it. I forgot Cliff Notes existed till the other day, but Cliff Notes it, watch YouTubes about it. But either way, come to the Coaching to Confidence next week. Curtis and I are going to lead a good discussion about that.
It's free on Amazon Prime.
That's right. I forgot to mention that for the Audible, right?
Yep.
Is anybody else listening to it on Audible?
I am.
Do you find his voice a little grating?
Be nice.
Content's good. Voice, ugh.
I'm really excited to hear more about this. I'm reading it I'm reading it. So that's really interesting. And we actually, so our management team is, if you guys remember from the last Education Expo was all about the 4 disciplines of execution, 4DX. So that's like the book that they're having all of us read at the management level. I've not opened it yet, but it's supposed to be really good. So this might be something that we incorporate next year into it when I finally get a chance to open this. But it's a lot of reading because I'm also in a personal book club and I got to pick the book for my personal book club this month. So I have a lot of responsibility to read things right now.
Very, very good.
Oh, it's called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy.
I've specifically asked Miss Crystal to chime in with us next Tuesday and give us her 2 cents.
I'll keep my tongue about how his voice, but other than that, I'll be good.
Be a good girl.
He's not at the level yet where he can have like Denzel Washington read for him or something. You know, you got to be like a big author for that stuff.
This is true.
Look, guys, what I use a Frank and Covey planner.
Bye, everybody. I see a couple people leaving. That's why I was saying goodbye.
Bye,
Thank
folks.
Thank you
All
all.
right, everybody. Stay safe. I will chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.